Who you want next?
Look, if y'all don't know, even after I beat Tank, I'm gonna go back down to 130 and handle some smoke that I got down there at 130. All the champions I got smoke with.
Beat his ass for y'all talking.
Shit. Wait,
For
I don't
real.
give a fuck.
I better be quiet.
I don't give a fuck if y'all was quiet, if y'all was loud.
We got the whole hood over there, Tank.
Like, twist it up. I don't give a fuck about none
Y'all
of
can
that.
do whatever
I don't care
y'all
about
want.
none of
My
that.
mother, he
I don't
can't
care
stop
about no.
nothing.
The highly anticipated fight between Davis and Lamont Roach approaches. Excitement is growing, despite initial skepticism from fans. The matchup between the world's super featherweight champion and world lightweight champion has caught everyone's attention. Gervonta Davis, who previously delivered a stunning knockout, has promised to do the same in this fight.
I wanted to unify at least one belt at 130.
Okay.
So whoever the champion is, whoever the champions are, hopefully I can just line them up and then take them out. It's good fights. The champions are Lomachenko, Shakur.
Davis sent a warning to Lamont Roach, saying, "I'll break you up. Keep your family at home." The last fighter who received such a warning was knocked out cold in the 8th round by Davis's powerful punch. This fight now carries even more excitement due to the element of revenge. Even though the two fighters are in different weight classes, they aren't strangers to one another.
Not at all.
Tell him I'm gonna f him up.
Not at all. Never. Nothing is gonna get
Y'all
f***ed up with. What do I look like getting f***ed up?
The rivalry between Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia comes to mind, as they first faced off professionally after meeting 6 times as amateurs, with each winning 3 times. Similarly, Lamont Roach and Gervonta Davis have fought twice before, with Davis winning both times. Roach is now focused on getting revenge for one particular fight he believes was unfairly judged. The stakes have risen, as there's a possibility that this could be the last fight for Davis, who has hinted at retiring this year.
Stop calling up, gotta let it go. Keep turning, step around.
Or Lamont Roach deserves recognition from boxing fans to help boost his confidence and give him a real chance to defeat Gervonta "Tank" Davis for the World Boxing Association title. Recently, Roach watched Davis's latest training footage and tweeted his thoughts, calling it easy.
Dennis Baranchik or something like that.
Okay. I feel like you and Shakur is a really... I think people in the comments are actually wanting that fight, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I mean, that'd be a good fight.
Yeah, it'd be a great fight.
Yeah, they could fight. Shakur can boogie for sure.
Roach's tweet was a spontaneous one, making sense only to those following his post or those who had seen Davis's recent training footage. He had earlier responded to a fan who said, "We're whipping DC bum for the rest of the year. Ravens today, Tank in December," by replying, "This stuff is different over here," implying he wouldn't be an easy opponent. For Tank Davis, Roach has a lot of work ahead to build his confidence. His focus should be on the gym and securing a big payday, all while continuing to build his image and fuel the rivalry with Davis. In my opinion, Roach should stay focused on his training, refining the skills he needs for the biggest fight of his career. But he may have a different approach, especially after sparking his social media rivalry with Tank Davis. Despite being the WBA super featherweight champion, fans haven't shown much excitement about the fight, but both fighters are working to hype it up. The rivalry reached new heights when Roach attempted to troll Davis on X and received a fierce response from the WBA lightweight champion.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just in height and stature. He was, technically bigger than Tank too. But Tank is comfortable at 135, so I don't blame him for fighting that way. But he's not a big 35. I don't see why people like, "Oh, you brought up a smaller guy, woo-de-woo, blah, blah, blah."
The exchange started when heavyweight boxer Marcellus Williams inquired about sparring fees with Davis to improve his skills. Lamont Roach Jr. jumped into the conversation, replying, "I'm going to need to spar with you, bro, no funny." Davis, curious, asked Roach to explain the meaning of his tweet. Roach then quoted a fan's response, which suggested that Roach needed to spar with a heavier opponent, as Davis might be preparing for tougher competition. Roach quoted a fan's reply that said, translation, "You need to spar with some heavy guys, cause he's coming with it," clarifying the meaning behind his tweet. The fan's point was that the undefeated 30-0 fighters should spar with heavier opponents before their December showdown. While Davis might see the fight as an easy match, Roach views it as an opportunity to make a statement and elevate his reputation in the boxing world.
Yeah, I'm not stunned that. You know what I'm saying? They're going to keep saying that. They're going to keep saying that. You know what I'm saying? I fight at 130 because that's what I campaigned at. That's where I started my career. That's where I campaigned. That's why I worked my way up to a world title. And that's what I was going to do. My plan was always to move up to 35 and win another title.
Tank didn't let Roach's disrespect slide, firing back with a warning. I advise you not to talk too much. It could end badly for you. You know that already. He told Roach to save his trash talk for the ring, not social media, and warned him about the consequences of provoking the WBA lightweight champion. The tension built up as Roach shot back, asserting that he wouldn't be like the other fighters Davis had faced and promised to be a much tougher opponent. Over the years, Tank has faced criticism for allegedly picking easy opponents, and Roach wasted no time calling him out. Roach responded, "You must think I'm just another guy you fought before, but LW, cut it out." He made it clear that this fight would be different from any of Davis's previous matchups. Despite coming from a lighter weight class, Roach is determined to use this chance to shock the world, while Davis remained calm, preferring to let his actions in the ring speak for themselves.
Anything to it?
No, not necessarily. I think maybe for the outside. I think maybe it's for the outside. I think the fire is the competitiveness between us both already, that we competed twice before in 2 close fights in the amateurs, and that you know what I'm saying?
Davis tweeted a simple "say nothing," showing his confidence and dominance over Lamont Roach. This online exchange has added even more excitement to their upcoming fight, which will take place at 135 pounds for the World Boxing Association lightweight title. Roach is undoubtedly skilled, with a solid technical background and championship-level abilities. However, when it comes to being a pay-per-view opponent for Gervonta "Tank" Davis, I'd rather see someone who consistently delivers thrilling performances or at least has a strong personality that draws fans. Davis has been a pay-per-view star for some time, though many argue that some of his previous bouts didn't belong on that platform. What's been lacking is the right kind of opponent to justify those pay-per-view fees. Roach is capable, but he hasn't quite reached the top yet, and I'm not sure he has the persona to make up for that gap. While he's had success at super featherweight, it took him a while to get there. If he had made multiple title defenses, a fight between him and Davis might make more sense. But his only defense was against Fergo MCC. We've seen Davis in similar situations, like when he fought Hector Luis Garcia, who, after being stopped by Davis, only lost a split decision to Roach. That's the way the pay-per-view model works once a fighter gets to that level, they stay on pay-per-view regardless of the opposition.
Your thoughts. I appreciate you coming out. I wanted to get your thoughts, Danny, on the Tank Roach thing. So just your thoughts on the fight in general. What do you think?
Frank Martin, a past opponent of Davis, is a solid fighter who, unlike Roach, is firmly established at lightweight. Martin was on track for a potential showdown with Shocker Stevenson and had impressed many with his performances, generating excitement about his potential at the top level. While there's no doubt Davis is at the peak of his game, it's the careful selection of his opponents that frustrates many fans. They feel Davis should be facing higher caliber competition, especially considering his status in the sport.
Calm down, brother.
Come to the fight. Come to the fight.
They probably gonna get you fucked up.
It's also important to note that Lamont Roach, while highly respected within boxing circles, isn't the biggest super featherweight, yet he still manages to defend his World Boxing Association title. In contrast, Davis is a very powerful lightweight. Another interesting point is how Davis handles the build-up to his fights. He typically stays quiet until provoked, which often leads him to become more confrontational and insulting. This was clear in his exchange with Frank Martin, where Davis even threatened to take Martin's girlfriend from him. Roach has entered the Tank Davis drama, especially after he boldly declared he would wed Davis's butt the day before. Davis responded confidently, saying, "I'm going to chop Bob and weave. I'm ending it in the 9th round. I love proving to people who doubt me that they're wrong. Just like when I won my first title, the two squared off at a press conference in Brooklyn to promote their upcoming lightweight world championship clash, which will headline the PBC pay-per-view event on Prime Video on March 1st at the Barclays Center.
Alright guys, turn around and face the camera, please. Right in the front, right here. Right here in the front, right here. Come on, down here, please.
Gervonta, a 5-time 3-division world champion, returned to the Barclays Center, where he set a record for the highest grossing and most attended boxing event, with his knockout of Arala Romero in May 2022. At the press conference, Davis and Lamont Roach reignited their rivalry, one that dates back to their amateur days. Both fighters promise fireworks when they meet in the ring on March 1st. The press tour will continue on Thursday with an open-to-the-public press conference in Washington, D.C.
What? I say 9th round.
You said 9?
Yeah.
What's your response to that, Lamont?
Look, he got scared. Look. He looked at night.
Davis shared his excitement, saying, "The energy from the crowd here is amazing. I won my first championship here, and I have more followers from New York than almost anywhere else. New Yorkers bring great energy." He spoke highly of Roach's skills, even though he's from a smaller weight class, and praised him as one of the fighters he came up with in boxing. Davis noted, "He's definitely a top opponent, and everyone will see that on March 1st. We'll test his chin. He may think my opponents don't have chins, but we'll definitely test it. I say leave the kids at home." Roach responded confidently, saying, "I wouldn't be here if I didn't believe I'm going to win. I've hurt everyone I faced, and this fight won't be any different."
Went down in the 9th. You know that power occurred late.
I know you got some sneaky power. That's what I do know.
What?
Who said that? You said
Huge opportunity, and we're going to take it. Roach said, "Everyone knows what I'm here to do, and if you don't, you'll be in for a surprise. I'll show you what happens when real fighters step into the ring together." He emphasized the strength of his team, which had been with him since his pro debut, helping him become the #1 contender. Roach reflected on his loss and comeback, stating, "We both have a common opponent in Hector Luis Garcia, and I made quick work of him. The Frank Martin fight was easy for him. Frank was inexperienced and nervous, but this time, when I step into the ring, Tank will face a different fighter. There's a big difference between fighting and the amateurs, and now, we've both grown, evolved, and added new skills. I don't care if I'm the underdog or the favorite. I'm here to win."
that's why I've been waiting for the niggas to talk. How much you want back? How much you want to bet? Because I came up here alone. How much y'all want back? How much you want back? Just cut it out. Huh? 100? That's a...
This is a huge opportunity, and we're going to take it, Roach reiterated. "If you don't know what I'm here to do, you'll be in for a surprise. I know Tank won't be surprised. I think he took this fight because of all the talk and the naysayers. He wants to prove his skills against someone like me, a real fighter. I'll show everyone what happens when fighters like us get in the ring, and I'll be the one walking away victorious." Tank shared his thoughts. "I'm excited to be a part of this. March 1st is going to be a great event. Right now, I'm not focused on all the extra talk. I'm staying out of it, but when we get in the ring, it's going to be a great show. Same results. We have 3 months to prepare, so it's going to be a good one."
Roach, I know there were reports of a potential fight with Lomachenko. Obviously, that fell through. What made Lamont Roach the next logical choice for you in your next fight?
He has skills, even though he's at a smaller weight.
The two fighters sat down to discuss their upcoming clash. Tank explained why the fight with Lenko didn't happen and why he chose Roach as his next opponent. "He's got skills, even though he's from a smaller weight class. Lamont is one of the guys I came up with in boxing, and I like that he's still doing well. A lot of the guys we started with aren't in the picture anymore, but he definitely has the skills. He's a top opponent." Roach then shared how his style would differ from those Tank had faced before. "It's all about skill. I bring a lot to the table. I can adapt and fight in different styles. I'm tough, gritty, smart, and I'll do whatever it takes. The others were either one-trick ponies or just didn't have enough."
They started with, came out with in the sport of boxing.
Tank shared his plans for 2025, hinting at retirement after next year. "I'm out of it. Out of the sport." Fans reacted with disappointment, having grown accustomed to his regular appearances. Some questioned the timing, especially since Tank had recently signed a new fight deal. Others understood, suggesting that his aggressive style might not allow him to have a long career. Despite his past legal issues, fans had hoped to see more of him, but it now seems he may retire earlier than expected. At the first press conference for Davis versus Roach, Tank gave fans an idea of his future in the sport.
Press conference, it looked like you were like, the talks about retirement was not even discussed at this moment, and now it's something you keep on repeating. Is it just...
When asked about his 2025 plans, Davis quickly stated, after next year, I'm out of it, out of the sport. This announcement shocked fans who had become accustomed to seeing him fight regularly. Many expressed their frustrations online, especially since Davis had recently signed a new fight deal. Some fans felt that Davis's lack of passion for the sport had been a setback for him, and seemed to reinforce that perception, while others understood his decision, acknowledging the health risks of his fighting style.
Calvin Ford or Leonard Edelby, usually they're around to...
you think you might be gaining love for it though? You never know. Like, like you say, you got to walk today.
Boxers who retire often face serious health issues from the long-term effects of their careers. Given Davis's fast-paced, aggressive fighting style, he could experience health problems later on. Despite his impressive knockout power, he has yet to face the top fighters in the lightweight division, and the pressure is mounting for him to fight champions like Shocker Stevenson. If Davis doesn't take on such challenges, he risks losing favor with fans. That's all for now. Stay tuned for the latest updates on boxing news, events, and highlights. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on notifications so you never miss any content. Until next time, take care.